I don't know how I'm really supposed to express about you all wanting to get the house. How's that going to help the homeowners and the taxpayers here? We must not ignore that we still have serious lawsuits here. God, I'm coming one of it, and I actually have been trying to the residents to do an out-of-court settlement.
She's one of the people who got the lawsuits. She's one of the people who is suing and ain't been paid. So she's come forward and she says, you know what, I don't know about this here buying this house. You know, we still gotta pay me. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9E. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, get into the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Okay, so Village of Dolton had a meeting, and it was mostly about the purchase of the childhood home of the now first American Pope. The first American Pope ever in all of the time in history came out of Dolton. So, but at this meeting, they were talking about, you know, what they're going to vote on it. They're talking about why, they give the reasons why. Very good. But one of the people who comes up, I find actually interesting, and this news lady is going to explain to us how they went about it. And then I'm going to play this clip of this woman who had an opinion, but her opinion, the bias of her opinion showed itself so fast and was actually kind of gross. So, but first we'll listen to this news clip.
Yeah, Sylvia, we got a little scoop for you this lunch hour. We have learned that the Village of Dolton will, in fact, be taking possession of the home you see behind me, the childhood home of Pope Leo XIV, after cutting a deal with the two property developers that bought the house and rehabbed it long before the Pope was elevated to his position. Well, as you can see, today's roofers are putting a new roof on this home, the project being performed by Windy City Construction Group, who reached out to the village, offered to put on a new roof for free. But we've learned that the village board, which is meeting tonight, will vote to purchase this now historic home. What we don't know is the exact purchase price, which will not be made public until closing sometime next week. We are told that the price will be well above the $199,000 that the developers were asking for before Robert Prevost became Pope, but far less than the $1 million they were hoping to get at auction. Now, you may recall that the ownership of the property was heading to court, the village threatening to use eminent domain to take control of this property.
Now, I thought that was weird, like the two eminent domain to take control. I'm pretty sure, y'all let me know in the comments if y'all wear this, but I think, isn't there something where they can put, to where they create turn something into a historical landmark, and it keeps them from being able to say, destroy it, knock it down, or anything like that. Like people can purchase it or whatever, but it can't be like destroyed and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain things that can't be done to it, or that it can't, at the very least, can't be destroyed. It has to stay there. Right? Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all wear this. I'm pretty sure that this is a thing. Like, but the eminent domain seemed kind of like, it's like, this is somebody's house. They get it fixed up. Then they want to sell it. And then here come the village, because of its history, go, we want to take it. Well, I guess they would have to purchase it. But the idea of them threatening to take it kind of left me a little unsettled. I'd like to know a little bit more about that, but let's proceed.
Owners saying that would be illegal. So this agreement is something of a win-win for both sides, avoiding a long, expensive legal battle and securing the home for the village at a more reasonable cost. Now, there have been a steady stream of tourists and Catholic faithful coming to visit this house over the past several weeks, including even today, where the Pope lived with his family in the 1960s and 1970s. The village wants to turn this site into something of a historic district.
Now we're going to listen to this clip of at the meeting. This one person comes up and she's against, of course, the whole thing. But when she tells us why she's against it, it gets a little tricky. So let's see this.
I don't know how I'm really supposed to express about you all wanting to get the house. Because the many stories that could be out there comes a time for me, and the way I am interactive with the people in the community, I'm going to come and I'm going to ask, because here is the food for thought.
Okay.
If it goes by one thing I sing and you all connect to a bank, any default on your part, then the bank has that house. I'm curious to know where the revenue is going to come in from that house. And in one video, I still also want to know, how is that going to help the homeowners and the taxpayers here? We must not ignore that we still have serious lawsuits here
Okay, so she's kind of gone everywhere. She started with 18 words about nothing that were nothing. I think out of nervousness because of her real motive for being here today. But her concern is so real. She said, we need to be mindful. I know that we want to purchase this house. I don't know why you want to purchase this house. And then I want to know, is there going to be revenue? Clearly, the whole purpose of them buying this house is clearly because it could bring in revenue because people want to see it. It could become a tourist attraction. Very simple. The math is very simple. You ever heard of Disneyland? Tourist attraction. Okay. People want to see that big ass castle. So you know what you do? You put a bunch of shit around it. And guess what? People gonna come and spend money at all the expensive ass stores and stuff because Mickey Mouse is somewhere on the premises and there's a goddamn castle on the hill. This is why. This is how this works. I'm just telling you. So it should be obvious to these people, including this particular lady. But she wants to pretend as if, it's not so obvious and y'all need to explain yourselves. But then she tells us why she's here today. And this turns out to be it. So she points out that, we still got all these lawsuits we need to be worried about.
I'm coming one of it, and I actually have been trying to the residents. I'm curious to know where the revenue is going to come in from that house. And in one video, I still also want to know, how's that going to help the homeowners and the taxpayers here?
Okay.
We must not ignore that we still have serious lawsuits here. I'm coming one of it, and I actually have been trying to the residents to do an out-of-court settlement.
She's one of the people who got the lawsuits. She's one of the people who is suing and ain't been paid. Who ain't good. They ain't even gone to court for the lawsuit, or they haven't settled for the lawsuit or whatever. Like, she's one of the people. So she's come forward and she says, you know what? I don't know about this here, buying this house. We still got to pay me. It's feeling a little bit conflict of interest here. Like, it's feeling a little bit conflict of interest. It's like somebody owe you some money, and then you see that person walking around, and then they buy they child. You see that person buy their child a new pair of shoes, and you go running up. I don't know if that baby needs new shoes. I don't know if that's a good financial idea. By the way, you still owe me $20. Lady, I'm just saying that's what you just said. Like what I just said, that ain't what I said. That's what you said. That's what it sounded like to me. That's what I heard. How about that? Okay. You coming up saying you think it's a bad idea. You only think it's a bad idea because you want some money. So it's giving conflict of interest. And I'm sure everybody could feel that in her saying it. Look at her face. She thought she was snitching on everybody. She's like, we still have lawsuits. Raises her hand with what looks like a tag on her wrist, which is weird, like she's a product. I guess. I don't know what that was about, but like look at this.
Ignore that we still have serious lawsuits here.
Hi.
I'm coming one of it, and I actually have been trying to.
You can tell she's nervous talking because she's not saying words completely. She's like, "Hi, I'm coming one of them," and what? I'm coming one of them. I mean, I know you nervous, girl. I can tell by how you fucking your words up right now. I can see how nervous you are in doing this, but this just did not happen the way that you wanted it to. Okay, you can't come up conflict of interest and you're only thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about nobody else in here, what it could do for the people. It's clearly this would be, if they were able to fix up some things, bring in some revenue, do all this stuff, like the more people coming, clearly to the fact of, because of this house and because of them, these people coming in and them wanting to bring these businesses here and possibly build something that like hotels and these types of things so people can stay in when they come here. Tourist attraction, like I said. Because of that, they're even buying a house that's on the street also to fix up, because it's the presentation of the street. That in itself is a clear sign of that this is going to create something good for the town. But y'all don't want that. Y'all want it to look crazy and ridiculous, and people like Cassie to be able to drive around and make videos about how shitty the houses are. Y'all want that until y'all pass away, and then y'all next generation have to deal with it also. Oh, and her to come up in here and do that. Look at this. Oh, all she thinking about is her little lawsuit.
The residents to do an out-of-court settlement.
I tried to do an out-of-court settlement.
Mine is almost surpassing the 33. It took a lot for me to come here for this today.
Oh, did it? Did it take a lot to come here for this? I mean, I thought you just had to come in and be selfish. I don't want none of y'all to have nothing nice until I get my $40. I don't want this. I don't want none of y'all to have no nice things. I don't want nothing good for my town until I get my shit. That's what you came in. But it took a lot. Did it take a lot? Was this a selfless act? Is that how you feel? Because it speaks volumes for who you are. If you think that was like, you know, that's your high and mighty moment. I'm just saying.
Because real lives, they're going to always matter. That color thing, I kind of had enough of that. Because every day, we still going to have one commonality. We all human.
Now, where did the color thing? Who said anything about color? You talking about because the Pope is white? Oh no! What is up, this lady, honey? You should have made a speech. Now this is the type of time when you want to make a speech. You want to write some shit down. I understand that she's nervous. I could tell by how her words are coming out funny. You know what I'm saying? She's nervous, but it's like what's the color thing? What's the color thing? Why did she bring up the color thing?
And we all got to survive everything, especially that goes on the dog. The police department, its procedures, its non-due diligence, invisible ghosts. It's like ghosts are there getting money and the community don't have no availability, none, no availability. I have so.
That made no sense. There's ghosts getting money. There's a ghost in the corner. He get a paycheck every month, y'all. I shit you fucking not. But then we can't see it. It's not there. So in conclusion, like, you really should have wrote something down. I really think she should have wrote something down. Like, something's going, she's scrambling. And like I said, I know that she is nervous. I could tell, like, it's obvious that she's nervous is why she's fucking it up. But I'm just saying, it's because, you know why you're so nervous? It's because you know that you actually came in here thinking only of yourself and that you would like to stop the progress of the entire town just for your own particular purpose, which they already said that they're working, that they're going through all these lawsuits and stuff that they have. And their intention is to basically kind of settle everything. They just couldn't do it with Tiffany there because Tiffany wasn't even able, Tiffany wasn't making it even available for them to see what all these things actually were, when they were made, how they got there. Because Tiffany would tell people that they were going to get paid to do a thing, put them in a position, and nobody agreed to it. So they got to go through all of these things. Now, you know that they're already doing that, but in the meantime, you would rather stop progress for the whole town. Because all you can think of is this lawsuit that you have. All you can think of is you. And that's why the words are scrambling, because the words are trying to talk you out of doing what you're doing right now, is what I'm saying to you.
So many complaints that I want to bring tonight. I didn't want it on my energy. This is for public record because I'm going to come for my receipts, because
I'm going to come for my receipt. You see what I'm saying? She's not making sense. She's just like throwing words together, because I didn't want that on me, like that. Because I'm going to come for my receipts. So like, bitch, you're supposed to come in with receipts like that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you bitch. It's just a word I use. It's like how I say it. It's the way that I talk. But you come in with receipts. You don't come for, like, they don't. What? You see what I'm saying? I was like, I'm going to come for my receipts. No, you come with the receipts. That's right. Can we see them? No, that's right. Because you thought you were supposed to come and get them. That's why. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
That's what legislative, executive, and administrative do. You all negotiate to the best of your ability, and I'm getting ready to speed it up a little bit. The sewers, come on now, they falling in. I kept one woman, I spoke about it before. They coming, because and I mean, one has completely moved. I also want to speak.
I want to speak on something. You making it too easy, honey. The sewers. Oh, yeah, come on now. We got to do better. You know, I talked to one lady, you know, and they done moved. What, the sewer? The sewer moved? Where did it go? The sewer moved. You realize that's how you ended that sentence, saying that the sewer moved. We need to do better with the sewers. They just up and leave it. Like, lady, if you just want your money, just say that. Just say, look, can I get my money? It ain't even that much. Y'all doing all this throwing stuff around. I thought I'd come in and put in a bid for my shit. You know what I'm saying? My lawsuit is this. Can I please can one of y'all just write me a check? That's how you come in on some real shit. And then you ain't in here talking about how the sewer left. You got mama making fun of you because you talking funny. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what happens when you come in on some selfish shit. You're gonna speak down on growth for this whole town. They done fought for 4 fucking years to have some clarity, and then a blessing falls on their lap, and then here you come trying to block it. Because but what about me? So if they give you your money right now, they should just, let's not do this thing that will grow the town. Let's just give this one lady this money, and then we just always be shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll always have a shitty town where everything closes, nothing ever opens. You know, the streets is sinking in, according to you, the sewer laugh, you know? I'm just saying. Oh my God, it's so sad. It's sad.
Speak about the street cleaner. I don't know that we have money for printing this, that, and the third, but if the street cleaner is going to come out, you know, right now, why it's going to be most helpful, because if the people get enough time to put their cars in the alley for just a hot second, that's really going to help some of these sewers. And really, when I speak about these sewers, y'all need to go look at them, because some of them are so filled with dirt. It's to the top. If they're not going to be blown out or something like that, I can't imagine how the rainy summer going to go or the winter. I also want to speak to donation of fans, because once upon a time, they used to have fans at our fire department for the residents only. And I'm asking for people to donate fans, take them to the village hall, take them to the fire department, so that it'll properly be taken care of. The leech law, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but I don't want to tell nobody I want to kick their dogs, because that's not cool. And the bottom line is, come on now.
The bottom line was, come on. That was the bottom of the line. Like, that was the line. There was a line at the bottom, and it was, I saw it. It was there. And it said, come on now. Ma'am, you said 12 different nothings. That's what just happened. Like, you came up and you said 12 different nothings. Now, luckily, okay, House and the trustees are not dumb enough to fall for people in that, what Tiffany used to talk about, that crab in a barrel. This situation, this lady right here, what she just tried to pull is the crab in the barrel. I can't get out. It's about me. And if I'm going to be sitting here at the bottom of this goddamn barrel, come on, you stay down here too. Can't nobody get out till I can get out. Me first. Help me do better, and then maybe I'll reach and I'll help y'all out. But me first. That's what that was. That's right there is a great example of a crab in a barrel. Okay? Oh my God, so sad. But luckily, like I said, they were not dumb enough to listen to this bullshit, and they proceeded.
And a short time ago, we talked to Dalton Mayor Jason House about what this means for the village.
We feel that we've done something that's in the taxpayers' best interest. Of course, we've always talked about honoring the Archdiocese as well. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure we're doing justice for all included. It's going to be a benefit to the village of Dalton, and I think it's really a treasure.
And there you go. Because guess what? Because it is.
So the village is not going to have to spend a big chunk of money up front to acquire the Pope's boyhood home. We are told they are working with Wintrust Bank, which is essentially going to be buying the house for the village and structuring something of a mortgage arrangement. The village will pay it back each and every year. The village also buying a house you can't see right now down at the end of the block that's falling apart. They want to fix that house up, and they, as part of this larger idea of creating a historic district, they believe there are going to be a lot of people from all over the world wanting to visit this particular home. Live in Dalton, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago. Back.
Yes. So they went ahead and they pulled trigger, which they absolutely should. If you let something like this that's so obviously a blessing pass you by, you deserve to be hanging out in that sewer that moved like that lady was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all behave. I'm not gonna do it. Absolutely not. I will not be taking that particular job, but y'all can do it because I believe in you. Mama believe in you. Okay, and Mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh, peace.